Hey y'all, so I just want to give you the loadout right from the beginning, right from the get-go, and then over the I'll give commentary over the match since I don't talk really while I play, unless I'm with people, and even then, it's mostly just callouts. Anyways, point is, we're rocking with the MSMC here, or the MPC as it's called in this game. Now, truthfully, I think that the Black Ops 2 version is better, but it still isn't that bad in this game. Its recoil is really atrocious though, and I'll get into that more with the commentary, but for right now on this current loadout that I'm using in this video, it's just the basic suppressor, quick step foregrip, the photonic adaptive grip, the arrayed full stock, so you get the flinch resistance and the walking movement speed, which is pretty nice, and overpressurized, because overpressurized on the SMGs now also provide range along with bullet velo, so it's just kind of nice to have. Cap 40 doesn't really matter. I wasn't using it that much. I think I pulled it out for one instance, and I didn't even really get to shoot it off really in that moment. Anyways, we're rocking active camo because active camo is probably one of the best field upgrades to just kind of have on you. Stim shot because, again, one of the best, and Simtex because it's Simtex. We're rocking specialists actually, so we're starting off with a lightweight scavenger and dexterity so we can keep our kills going very quickly. And then we're immediately following that up with the best blue perks, which are Ghost, Ninja, and Cold-Blooded. Cold-Blooded being last because usually you're popping off, so Cold-Blooded isn't necessarily necessary, but it's just nice to have right then and there if they manage to farm HKDs or something off your teammates. It's always nice to have. And again, Ghost and Ninja just right there along with it, right? Cold-Blooded, please get nerfed. All right, enjoy the gameplay. I'm going to talk over it, so I'll see you in the gameplay. Bye! So I would like to start off by saying that this match wasn't necessarily my best by any means. It was kind of a test run for some of the settings I had changed on my PC itself. So I changed my Win 32 priority scheduling, stuff like that. So this was kind of a test to see how stable that was and how well it was going to be running. In addition to that, the MSMC, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, kind of has some bad recoil. So it's a bit of an adjustment curve because I haven't used it all that much, which is unfortunate. And as you see there, I get a weird packet burst when I die. I've always noticed in this game that when you take a large amount of damage quickly, rapidly, in short succession, like there again, it causes stuttering issues. It happens in zombies, in-game, all the modes it happens in, even in Warzone. It didn't happen in Black Ops 6. It just started happening in Black Ops 7. Don't really know what that's about. Usually, me having capped frames at 200 helps. So I usually keep it at 200. It still happens from time to time, but it is just, you know, something that I, pardon me, have to deal with, and I don't really know why. So if anybody knows, let me know down below. Again, usually I keep my frames capped at 200 for this reason. But since I've changed my Win 32 priority scheduling, I decided to uncap my frames to see how much better it might be or could be or whatever. It does start to steady out as the match goes on. It doesn't happen as often. But anyways, again, if anybody else has that kind of weird stuttering issue when you take damage rapidly, let me know if you're also experiencing that and what's going on with that, because I have no idea why it's doing that. Anyways, to the loadout itself, we're using the MSMC. You saw the loadout at the beginning of the video. We're rocking with Specialist because we love Specialist. I love Specialist every single time it's in a COD, so I'll always take this advantage to use it. Now, I do get accused of cheating in this match, funny enough, and I will show you the entire text thread at the end because he DM'd me, and it's really funny to me. But I always appreciate when I get called a cheater because it really is an ego boost, especially considering how bad of a match this was for me. I thought that this match was so bad. I think I end up with only like 40 and 70 or 37 and 7, something like that, right? It's nowhere near my 40, not my 40, nowhere near my like 80 kill games that I normally get in Dom. You know, usually I get way higher kill games, and this one was just probably not the best in my opinion. And there goes that guy already going right now about that. Now you might be asking why some of the perk options, or not so much perk options, but attachment options on the MSMC. Now, when it comes to the MSMC, it is one of the lesser range... Okay, I phrased that really weirdly. The overpressurized rounds on the MSMC was one of the lower range buffing ones, same with the Dravec. But it still is kind of nice, in my opinion, to use those rounds over the hybrid barrel, simply because the hybrid barrel will give you one meter more of range. However, the bullet velo from the bullet velo rounds will give you even more velo than the hybrid barrel. So you're getting more bullet velo with like 1 meter less of range. So it is kind of a trade-off, but I think it is nice because it gives it a little bit more of a hit scan-ish kind of feel to it. And here we go with all of our perks active because we love specialist. But this guy accuses me of cheating and walling and all that, even though I literally have all perks going right here. And I also don't know what I've done to really make him think that I'm walling, considering that this is a map that's a decade old at this point. We know the flow of it. It's Dom. Everybody knows the flow of Dom. Well, I guess I can't say everybody clearly. But, you know, you're only spawning from one place. I know where you're coming from. As you can see right there, my aim is just so atrocious. And the MSMC is a weird kind of learning curve in this game. I don't know why they decided to put as much just kick on it as they did, but they did. And it is noticeable. It is not like the MSMC of Black Ops 2. That is definitely the better MSMC in my opinion, but this one still isn't bad, and it will grow on me as time goes on. So I do still recommend running it. I think it is kind of overlooked a little bit. And I do believe, again, that the overpressurized rounds are also overlooked in this game for the SMGs. I don't know if people just didn't realize that they got buffed for SMGs, but they did. My aim is so atrocious there, dude. God. I don't know what's going on with the playback either in the recording. I don't know if the recording itself seems a little framey or not. Again, I mess with some settings in my PC, so if you do notice framiness, please let me know. I want to adjust that and fix it. I'm always trying to change settings around, see what works, see what doesn't work, you know, figure out what I should or shouldn't do to boost performance across the board, whether it's in my recordings or in my gameplay in of itself. So if you notice it, please let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if all else fails, you know, I'll just turn back the clock and I'll just take off my Win32 scheduling processing changes. Although I think that they are kind of nice. I can't really tell you with certainty if I've noticed that much of a change with them, but I think I also have noticed a change. Things seem to load a little bit faster. I mean, things already load super fast for me, but they seem to load a little bit faster for me. And frames seem to be a bit higher, a bit more consistently too. So it's nice. Would I recommend you doing it? I don't know. I'm not going to give any PC advice really to people that I don't know. I'll give it to my friends, but I don't want to be one of those people that gives PC advice out. To be fair, also, and you see it kind of a lot on Twitter, with all these people popping up like, oh, download this device, or download this pack, and then it will optimize your PC for you. Never download those. Never do those. Never do that. Never do that. So you can definitely figure out how to optimize your PC better. Lowering your processors and stuff like that. You can definitely do that, and I would recommend doing your own research, seeing what you could or couldn't do. But I don't ever download just those random things from the internet that's like, well, optimize your PC for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like internet 101, but just don't do that, guys. Come on, don't do that. This is kind of a weird video, isn't it? I'm not even really talking about the MSMC here. I'm talking about I'm talking about my computer and all that kind of stuff. And anyways, so back to the loadout itself. The irons are pretty nice on this gun. Watching this back, this guy said that my aim wasn't that great, and trust me, I've noticed moments where my aim wasn't that great in here, but it overall wasn't that bad. It's just I'm used to laser beams like the M15 or the Dravec or the MK78, dude. Those things are laser beams, and I'm used to those, especially since ranked isn't out yet, so we're kind of I did use the Cap 40 once in this gameplay. Anyways, so, since comp isn't out yet and we're going to be playing comp, I figured that I'd get used to Dravec and all that. But here we are with the MSMC. Let me know how you feel about this loadout. I might change it up, but I feel like this is kind of where I'm gonna stay. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna put in the end here, an entire scroll through the DMs that I got from that guy, and enjoy them. I think they're really funny. I always enjoy being called a cheater. I'm apparently going to lose my account in a week, so you know, it's a shame. I still have my not my Black Ops 6, my Battlefield 6 account, my R6 account. I still have all those accounts despite being cheaters on there. So, you know, what are you gonna do, right? Anyways, stay hydrated. Love y'all. Enjoy this scroll. All right, toodles. Stay hydrated. Mwah.
I get the shivers.